Z109 Talk Radio.
Oh, what you got now?
Z109 Talk Radio.
Well, all right.
Z109 Talk Radio.
Oh, what you got now?
Z109 Talk Radio.
Elsie Jenkins in the house. Z109FM, Elsie Jenkins here. Hope y'all doing all right. I'm doing well. I'm very, very happy about the events that have been happening in America. Reverend No Show, how you doing over there, Reverend No Show?
I'm doing fine. I'm feeling very good about myself in this country that we're in right now.
I feel the same, Reverend No Show. I feel the same. Gonna go over a couple of topics today. I want y'all to pay attention because we got some issues we're gonna have to jump into real quick here. First and foremost, let's talk about Michael Vick. Now, let me tell you something out there, and then you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you people that out here talking like they can't do wrong in their lives. That they can't, that they ain't perfect. You ain't perfect, people. They point the finger at him every single day. Every day, Reverend No Show, every day they got something to say about him or Tiger. It's an ongoing thing. Look, it's a done deal. It's over with. When you make a mistake in your life, there's some you have to live with for the rest of your life, but there are other mistakes. You know what? You can move on. And you people need to move on. You need to get a life. You need to find something to do. You need to get a hobby. You need to ride a bicycle. You need to do something besides going around taunting people. Now, I'm going to tell you what, Reverend No Show. I ran into Mr. Vick in the mall in Virginia. I didn't say nothing to the man because, you know, I felt that he had the right to be, you know what I'm saying, in the shoe store looking at shoes without getting trampled by an old lady. But I said to myself, you know, there's Michael Vick. He looks like a nice young man. And he deserves a chance like anybody else. And that's what I'm trying to say. Now, what brings me to bring this up today is I'm not a person about all these sports and statistics and that and the other. But y'all got to listen to this. Last year, this man played football for the Eagles. $1 million or so contract. Are y'all with me? He's going to go back with them again to work for $5 million. Sounds like a good deal, correct? Well, what a lot of people don't realize is this man, Michael Vick, regardless of all the problems he may have caused for himself, prior to these problems, he received $103 million, people, to go to the Falcons. I'm going to say it again, Reverend No Show, $103 million. How do you go from $103 million to $1 million to $5 million? How do you go there? It's the same man. Regardless of your hate for him, he's got the same skills. And the last time I seen him play, he threw a touchdown pass and was pulled out the game. That's the last time I seen him play. Hypocrites. Now, if Tiger Woods can go back on the golf course and make the same money he was making, why can't Michael Vick? They ain't gonna cut Tiger Woods' money out of it. He got in trouble. He was a bad boy. Is he gonna make $1 million? Then get $5 million? Then have to work his way back up? Or does he jump right back into the prize to get all that big old cash? It's called being hypocrites, people. Hypocrites. And I'm getting a little bit tired of hypocrites being around me. But I just want to make sure y'all aware that Michael Vick received $103 million to come into the NFL. How do you go to $103 million to $1 million? Because he made a mistake? Z109FM. Reverend No Show, how you feel about that scenario?
Well, Miss Jenkins, to put it to you frankly, this is unfair. It shows we still have a long ways to go. And to be surrounded by so many people that honor the church who refuse to forgive somebody for making a mistake is just beyond me, Miss Jenkins. It's just beyond me.
Well, Reverend No Show, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to call you out when I see something ain't right. I'm going to call you out. I ain't going to sit here and look crazy. Some words going to come out my mouth after I look around and see you acting crazy. Or something ain't right. I'm going to say something. Let me tell you something. I went into this Dollar General. You damn right I'm putting the name out there, Dollar General. I went into Dollar General looking for some mothballs, because you know I got them damn creepy crawly spiders. I don't get down with spiders, but I know how to get rid of them. I get me some of that spray, and I get me some mothballs, and I attack them from around the house with the mothballs. Well, I go in there, and I got this on video too. I sure did, because it was amazing. Young lady was in there doing her job. I looked around first. I didn't want to just go in there and bug her. I tried to do my job as a customer, and I couldn't find a mothball. So I asked the young lady, I said, excuse me. I said, ma'am, in my voice of beautifulness. I said, where are the mothballs? She said, on the back wall back there. I said to myself, I said, on the back wall back there. That's not helping me find no damn mothballs on the back wall. So she goes off and continues doing what she was doing instead of stopping and helping me find them damn mothballs. So I ain't say nothing to her. I just walked on to the back and started looking some more. For another 5 minutes, trying to look for some mothballs. Well, finally, I found the mothballs, and then I took the mothballs straight to her. And she was over there chit-chatting with some man instead of helping a customer out. And I got it on camera too. And I said, here are the damn mothballs that you didn't want to find for me. Here they are, in the back. That just takes me to this statement here. Customer service is going down damn hill, people. If you in the business of customer service, you need to get your ass up and moving when a customer asks you a question and has a need. You don't go nilly-willy with it and do what you want to do when you feel like doing it. You don't get paid to be nilly-willy. You get paid to provide customer service. If you don't like your job, you should find another job to get into. You can dig ditches. You can scoop poop. Find some other job that you need to be in where you don't got to deal with people. Only thing you got to deal with is a pooper scooper and scoop and poop. You ain't got to have customer service for that. Scoop the damn poop and put it in the container and keep moving. That's the kind of job you need if you don't want to deal with people. Scoop some damn poop. Got me hot under the collar. I tell you right now, there's a whole lot of things going on in this world. There's a whole lot of things going on in this world. But we're going to have to understand that customer service can't go down, people. It's got to go up. It's got to get better. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, all right. I tell you right now. the Pope and all this stuff about priests molesting young boys and scandals of sexual abuse. We should have a zero tolerance, people. A zero tolerance for anybody that abuses a child. I don't care what denomination you coming from. You abuse a child, there should be zero tolerance. No type of psychiatric treatment, no type of rehabilitation so you can go back into the church and do it again. No, you should be in an institution and incarcerated like everybody else. You should get your chance with Bubba too. And isn't it hypocritical to let somebody back in the church after what they've done to a child? Oh, we can forgive and forget. But there has to be a line crossed when we deal with our children. And you need to make it firm to everybody. I'll forgive you for what you did, but you know what? You crossed a line. You're going to have to find some other type of employment after this rehabilitation and all this other. You ain't coming back here to work again. You cross the line, that's it. You deal with your punishment, and then you go find another line of work. You go scoop some damn poop. Let's see you molest a piece of damn feces. But don't you throw them back in there with some more kids. You know, it's called temptation, people. You just don't put people in that setting where they get tempted to do something. It's crazy. It is straight up crazy, this world and what people are doing. North Korea vows a nuclear strike. You know, I'm telling you now, Kim Jong II, this man is working on an individual level, as far as I'm concerned. Because it's hard for me to believe that human beings on the other side of this earth don't want peace. That they just want to constantly be vicious and violent. You see, America likes to provoke people. That's what they've been doing ever since they've been on this earth. Trying to go to the Middle East to find themselves. Couldn't do that because they got their behinds kicked every time they went down there. Tried to take over Europe at first, but the disease and everything got them because God said, y'all need to knock it off. Take this daggone plague and calm down. So they couldn't tear up the Middle East, so they tried to sail across the damn ocean to get to this new land. Where they could wreak havoc and do what they want to damn do. Fought with the damn English so they could be free, and then they started their own little monopoly. That's what it is, people. That's what it is. Now we got all the resources in the world to mind our own business. Why we got to come out of here to go deal with other people that's beyond me? It's ridiculous. But North Korea vows a nuclear strike. I don't understand North Korea because North Korea ain't no bigger than a shoe. That little part of the world is talking a lot of smack. It's like a little chihuahua. A little chihuahua don't know how big they is, but they will bite the hell out of pit bull. You see, I know how to deal with a little chihuahua. You stomp the hell out of a damn little chihuahua. And you know what? It won't feel like it's such a big dog anymore. And that's the end of it. You don't sit there and keep pity-patting and tatting with that kind of mentality. No. Let me be president. I say, look, I'm going to give you 24 hours to get your stuff straight. Kim Jong, whatever your hell your name is. You ain't got your stuff straight in 24 hours. I got a surprise for you. We're going to have a little chit-chat. And if you drop a bomb on anybody, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. That's all I have to say. And that's how you have to deal with something like that. You know, we got too many issues in the world now. You just let little issues flare up into big issues. No, you take care of them little issues right away. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them. We ain't never hesitated in the past. Ridiculous. I'm looking at these little pictures here. You got little kids in Korea. Malnutrition. Beautiful little kids. With their bones showing in their chest. You know, if anything worth fighting for, people, it's the children. Because they are innocent. They don't know hate. They don't know about killing. They don't know about the N-word. They don't know about going around hating people for their colors. Kids get on the playground, they have a good time. And look forward to see each other the next day. So they're worth protecting because we can save that spirit and grow it into something beautiful. You know, I need to find out how can I do something for them kids in North Korea because they deserve a chance. They shouldn't have to starve to death because of somebody in a country that's wanting to just manipulate them and control them. That's what control's all about. I get tired of reading this crap. That's what it is. It's crap. Foreclosures and homes. You know, there's people out here struggling. You know, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle for a whole 2 years now. It's been a struggle. And some of these mortgage companies sit around here and talk about how they're going to help you, but they never help you. They never help you. They keep beating around the damn bush. They got tools. They got tools to help you, but they don't ever get around to it. Makes me kind of sick in the stomach to know that, you know what, there's people out here that have the opportunity to do good and help, but they just don't do it. They just don't do it. So it's easier for them just to take your home and sell it for nothing than to help you when you are in time of need. When you're surrounded by companies that want to hold on to their profits. It's not you that don't want to work. It's the companies that don't want to hire more people to make the job easier on the current employees. I read y'all like a book. I know y'all heard about them damn attorney generals trying to get together on the health care bill and sue the government saying it's non-constitutional. What a damn joke. You know, an attorney general is nothing more than somebody on the state level, of course. Somebody who couldn't make it to be a House of Representatives or the Senate. You just won't bright enough or smart enough to get up that ladder. You won't. Because if you really wanted to make a damn difference, you would have ran for the House of Representatives, or you would have became a senator. So your vote would count when it comes to those bills. That's all. So your vote would count. Now, how y'all look getting together now, going and filing a lawsuit against your own president of the United States. Y'all look mighty silly. Mighty silly. The bill's been passed. It's been signed by the president. He ain't vetoed it. The hell with y'all. That's my last word on it. Y'all can go to court all you want to. That's just going to let us know which one of y'all attorney generals not to vote for election time. That's all. Making our job easier. Appreciate it. Because as soon as we see your name up there, we'll be like, okay, you don't need to be worried about being reelected, sir. Your tenure has came to a screeching halt. Because you find it necessary to circumvent the system that already went all the way up to the top. Senators sat in that big room and voted and voted and voted and came to a conclusion. They fought diligently up to that point before they voted, trying to make a point as to why they should do it or why they shouldn't do it. Everyone had a say. That's the democratic way. It was finally voted for, and it didn't fail. It passed. And here y'all come with y'all little red pen. We're going to file a suit against the President of the United States in this bill. I done heard it all. Have y'all seen the Avatar movie yet? Because I'm ready to talk about that movie. Lord have mercy, I'm ready to talk about that movie. Next time we do have a show, I'm talking about it. I don't care if you've seen it or not. It's time to get into that movie. Let's talk about Avatar. Spring break is here. You got young people out there drinking, pulling their cups up, out there having that old unprotected love before marriage. We need to go ahead and cut out spring break. That's right, I said it. Because we are saying that it's okay to go to some little city and just get buck naked and buck wild. That's what we're saying as parents, as teachers, as leaders. We're saying it's okay. It's not okay, people. You take your spring break, you go home, you be with family, you work a little job, you do whatever you need to do to get your mind right to go back to school. That's what spring break should be about. Not running around taking videos and sucking whipped cream off each other. No, that's not supposed to be about that. Reverend No Show, was you out there any of these spring breaks sucking whipped cream off of young ladies back in your day?
Miss Jenkins, no, I wasn't sucking no whipped cream off of anybody. No, not me.
You don't sound too confident about that question I asked. I'm going to ask you again, Reverend No Show. Did you suck whipped cream off of women, young women, when you was back in the day, Reverend No Show?
Miss Jenkins, I'm firm with my answer. I did not suck any whipped cream off of any young ladies.
I mean, you're going to have to chit-chat later. All right, Z109FM, hottest radio station on the planet. Z109FM, Z109FM Talk Radio. Let's get into this area right here. You got a Florida doctor who puts a sign on his door to warn off Obama supporters. Now, people, I done told you there's some salty people out here, but when you're going putting signs on your doors, you have a trade that you went to college for to treat everyone. It doesn't say in college that you're going to be an orthodontist, you're going to be a lawyer just to treat certain political parties of people. You're going to treat everyone that comes in your door and requires service and has insurance, or however you want to look at it. But when you start turning people around because they voted for President Obama, that is just completely ludicrous. And it kind of brings you back around to what I tell y'all about educated people. Educated people are educated, but it don't mean that they got common sense. And I'm telling you, common sense will tell anybody. Common sense will tell anybody that putting a sign up on your door is not going to change the political things that are going on. It's not, and it is not everyone's fault that a political party went one direction versus the other direction it could have went. But I mean, there's some people out here that might have supported Obama that didn't care one way or the other about health care. They just voted for him and they said, hey, you know, I went out and voted. Big deal. Well, now you punishing people that really don't know too much more about politics for no reason. And I'm telling y'all, people, it don't stop here. Oh no, this continues on. There's people out there that feel this way like the doctor feel, but they ain't even telling you. See, I'm glad this doctor got enough audacity to come out and put this sign on his door. And let me read what the sign says. It says, if you voted for Obama, seek your urologic care elsewhere. Changes to your health care begin right now, not in 4 years. Ridiculous. And this doctor is Dr. Jack Castle, Mount Dora, Florida. If you voted for Obama, you have to go somewhere else to get treatment. Now, how's he going to know if you voted for Obama? If I went to that doctor and I really thought he was a good doctor and I didn't want to change right away, I wouldn't have told him. I wouldn't have told him nothing. I just keep going to him and keep my mouth closed. But you know, this kind of person, do you want this kind of person up in between you in your business? Do you need him in your business? I don't think so. I don't want him dealing with me in any form or fashion when it comes to my medical needs. When he's thinking like this, when he puts information on the sign like this, I don't need him anywhere in my presence when it comes to my health care and what I need. That's ridiculous. And you don't either. You can find somebody out here that could be a Republican and still do his job. That's one thing I say about Americans. We may get into politics. We may have differences about opinions. But I think a majority of Americans, I'm going to take that, I'm going to have to break that down a little bit, Reverend No Show. I ain't going to say a majority. Because there's some people that are hateful that won't do things just because of who you are and where you're from and what color you might be. It happens, but I'm going to say it just don't happen all the time. So more times than others, you're going to get somebody that's going to overlook their political ideas and just serve you your dinner with courteousness and politeness and professionalism. Provide you a good experience at a restaurant or at one of these stores, Sears, or it doesn't matter where they're working at. They're going to do their job. That's what it boils down to. Regardless of their political foundation, they're still going to do their job because their job is what it is. It's their job, and it has nothing to do with politics. Now, certain aspects of the job may change because of politics, but going to a table and serving someone a dinner with the most professional service has nothing to do with your political foundation. Nothing. As I sip on my coffee, Reverend No Show, I really don't understand why. Why did God create us to be too different at times? Too different. Because we so different. It seems like we gonna never, ever walk on the same path and see eye to eye as to just loving one another on this earth and doing our part. If my part is to be a doctor, when will I get to the point where it doesn't matter who you are and where you're from? I'm a doctor. I have a gift I can help you. I can save your life. I can make you better. I can do all kinds of things. And that's why I live, to be a doctor. I go home and I thank God that I'm a doctor. And I don't care about what color you are. I don't care about where you're from. I don't care about politics. I don't care if I'm not making no money doing this job. You know, when you leave this earth, you can't take the money with you. And I don't think somewhere on this earth, when you leave this earth, you get somewhere and they say, oh my goodness, you ain't, hold on, you ain't bringing enough money with you. You're gonna have to go back to earth. I don't care about no money when you leave here. Nobody care about no money. That's a whole different show. But as I look around, people, I'm telling you, I go through some scenarios every day, and people are intimidated by me, Elsie Jenkins. Elsie Jenkins. I don't know what to tell you, because this man I gotta give him some credit, because you know what? He is bold enough to put the sign on the door and let you know before you come in his office that he does not get down with people that support Obama. He don't want you in his building. You are taking a risk by stepping in his building and getting some services. He may not provide excellent service to you simply because you support a man. That's all President Obama is a man. He's a man. He's not God. He's a man that took the steps to get someplace in his life. We all have a chance to be a President Obama if we want to. Many men have stepped in those shoes and been a President Obama. So he's just a man who has to make a lot of big decisions right now in his life. Some good, some bad. But I mean, all men in his position have made good and bad decisions. But someone has to do it because that's the structure that we have to keep order in this country. It's that simple. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. Ain't that right, Reverend No Show?
Miss Jenkins, you are correct.
So as I sip on my coffee, these last final words here, in awe, it is amazing what's going on in this world, people. And you have to be on your guard because something bad is lurking around the corner. I'm telling you now, as Elsie Jenkins is my name, I can feel the tension and the heat and the fire of what is coming. So you're going to have to be prepared. You're going to have to be prepared to either hide, run to the woods. You're going to have to be prepared to fight. You're going to have to be prepared to do something, but you just can't stand around and watch. You can't stand around and watch things happen. You have to become a part of the solution when that problem, whatever that problem is, arises. You may not have thought you could ever be a solution in your lifetime, but believe it or not, people, you can be the solution to a problem. Elsie Jenkins here. I'm getting off of this airway. I'm gonna tell you now. You salty people out there, you know what? You're gonna come across the wrong person with your saltiness, and they ain't gonna take you lightly. They're not gonna take you lightly at all. In fact, somebody's gonna get hurt over your attitudes, over your lack of, when it comes to doing what you usually did before health care was passed. So people out there that used to do good jobs on people's breaks now doing a nilly-willy job, you're going to get somebody killed over your ignorance. People that used to build houses with some degree of excellence who decide, well, you know what, I ain't putting a lot into it. Somebody's going to get hurt over your ignorance. You go in and you working on an airplane and now you feel, well, I don't have to do it as well as I did before healthcare was passed because I'm better. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to die and perish over your ignorance. Regardless of how you feel about healthcare, you still got to do your job. You still got to do whatever you get paid to do the way you did it before healthcare was passed. And you see, people, the problem with this healthcare thing is we've got 4 years building. We've got 4 years building before this thing even kicks in. So imagine the animosity that's going to build between now and then, and the opportunity for kinetic energies of hate to explode, and what the results are going to be when these moments come across the wrong people. The people that say, you know what, we're not going to take this. You think we're just going to sit here and absorb your hate, your anger? No, they're going to respond. And that may be the catalyst for a civil war. So, you know me, I'm Elsie Jenkins. I don't mind civil war, especially if it's going to cleanse this country. We should have got to the fist fight the day after Obama became president, because y'all was salty then and y'all salty now. So we should just go on and get to the fist fight the day after. That way, when you got your hind parts beat, you realize, you know what, y'all do what y'all need to do. I ain't going to interfere. I ain't going to get upset. I ain't going to be bothered with you. Because y'all serious about what y'all doing. You whooped our hind parts real good. We didn't expect it. We thought we was going to beat your hind parts and do what we want to do, but y'all are serious about y'all's. We're not as serious as y'all were. And that's what makes us in charge right now of things. And y'all hate that when we say we're in charge, don't you? But we are in charge. We're running things. If you don't like it, you might want to get on the next plane, hop into another country like Ethiopia. You might be able to do something there. Run them black people crazy. But you ain't going to run the average American here crazy. See, the average American here ain't black. It's a mixture of many different people who outnumber Republicans. So y'all going to be salty for a while. You might as well go and get you some daggone pickles. Put this salt on your pickle. Put the salt on whatever. Put the salt on your baked potato. Use the salt wisely. Don't just use it all up on us. Use the salt on something. But you're going to have a lot of it. Z109FM, I'm Elsie Jenkins. Reverend No Show, you take care. Y'all keep listening.
Z109 Talk Radio.
Oh, what you got now?
Z109 Talk Radio.
Well, all right.
Z109 Talk Radio.
Oh, what you got now?
Z109 Talk Radio.
Elsie